What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I was in Toledo, Ohio uh, yesterday, and I got to link up with some really valuable sources for me at Jeep. And then later, getting back to Detroit, getting ready for Dream Cruise, I got to link up with some other Jeep sources that where the Grand Cherokee's built. And I learned some very interesting information about powertrains. And believe it or not, you guys that say like, oh, if we complain, if we say whatever on social media, it doesn't matter. Oh, it does. And your responses to those posts between myself and Butter and others that posted that inline six SRT Jeep Grand Cherokee, no, they listened. We're going to talk about all that and more right after this. Guys, before I get into today's video, we got to talk about the giveaways going on the channel. Over on our tool site, the Ram 2500 is up. It's currently at 200,000 entries per $1 spent. It launched at 250. We've been keeping it steady at 200. We're about 1,100 bucks away from breaking even on that truck. So who knows? Maybe we even end that thing early. But if you want to get in on it, there's also a 2500X multiplier. I believe there's 2 of those wireless air pumps remaining available to get, but we're also going to add the jump pack / air pump as well. They're both listed on the tool site. Both of those will now get you 2500X in terms of multiplying your existing entries and anything that you pick up today. So if you want to get in on it, link is in the description down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. We will be closing out the 200,000 per dollar spent entries on Monday. So you guys have a few days remaining. You got the rest of this week before it goes down to $1 per one entry for the rest of the giveaway. So if you want to get in on it, now's the time to do it. Once the 2500X multiplier sells out, whether it's the small air pump or the pump with the jump pack, that's it. It'll be done. So for those that want to get in on it and get a massive amount of entries, now's the time to do it. We did just post the video, or it was a picture of the video over on Facebook of the Ram TRX getting loaded up. And if you follow us on Facebook at TK's Garage Vids or TK's Garage on Instagram, you'll get to see that delivery. So make sure you're doing that if you want to see when the new owner of that red TRX takes delivery of their truck. With that said, links in the description down below. If you want to get in, they're selling out. All right, let's talk about this. So I did spend some time in Toledo. For you guys that follow me, as I said, on Facebook or Instagram, you know that. You would have saw that I was there. And I got to link up with some really good, influential people that work at that facility. And I got to learn a lot of stuff about Chrysler. Different video on that, which has already been posted here on the channel from the Aspen. As that influential person I know from Toledo knows somebody, and their brother is somebody influential at Chrysler. It's so funny to see how many people know people from this, that, and the other. And when I, ended up getting into Detroit later that morning, and I was up near JNAP and stuff, and I was linking up with other people, the source that gave me some of the other stuff that I'm going to talk to you guys about today on the Jeep Grand Cherokee TrackHawk and SRT that are coming. Yes, they're separate. Was interesting because he actually plugged me in with somebody up the food chain at Ford. So I appreciate that, man. It's so crazy to see how everybody in automotive, especially the UAW guys, are all kind of intertwined. They all kind of deal with each other, and I appreciate it. So maybe I'll start dropping Ford news. That's interesting. But we had a conversation, and the person that I spoke to from Jeep, who's high up on the food chain, by the way, said that the backlash was so fast and so immediate from the posting, and there was people that did videos about it saying like nobody clapped when they debuted it. And I think they discouraged, like, we were letting Tom do his thing, man. Tom is just trying to tell us about what they're doing and building this e-boost technology. And nobody's trying to like interrupt, but I kind of get what they were saying. Like nobody was like, yeah, no, it wasn't like the 2018 debut of the TrackHawk at all. No, that's true. But the I didn't hate it, man. It was louder. It sounded better than the Charger. And I rode in the. I got to make a couple of passes in that SUV, and holy shit, that thing is fast. That said, because of the backlash you saw the next day, what happened? Motor Trend drops their article. That's the TrackHawks coming back. Car and Driver drops the article. A couple of that for sure. They were like, whoa, we need to pump the brakes on this before people get pissed, I guess. So I'm guessing the backlash from you guys were so strong, and it wasn't just because of that Jeep that was shown. I think it also is because it was so close and people were so disappointed with the Super B, which I still don't get. Do I want a Hemi in that car? Yes. Do I think a 400 horsepower Hemi, the 395 horsepower Hemi is going to outsell a 600 horsepower Super B? Yes. Yes, I do. I think it sells 4-to-1 more than any Hurricane powered Charger. It's not my decision to make. They have, and it's not even about them not wanting to do it. It takes time to get that stuff done, right? Jeep is in the stage where we're not seeing this shit until model year 2028. So they got time, but they had to make decisions now on what's going to happen, right? Definitive decisions. Not like they weren't already planning on doing this shit. They were. But if people, I'm going to tell you right now, if people were super excited about that Jeep Grand Cherokee with the Hurricane in it, with this e-boost technology, and people were like, yeah, this is awesome, there would be no V8 Grand Cherokee. I can tell you that right now. They wouldn't, never, no. You wouldn't see the articles from Motor Trend the next day. You wouldn't see any of this other shit coming out the next, it wouldn't happen. Absolutely wouldn't happen because they wouldn't care, because they know they'd be able to build this out. Now, being that we know that the new redesigned Grand Cherokee that's coming is also going to sit on the same platform as the redesigned Durango, I think we have an idea what's going to come. But what my guys at Jeep said was there will be a 5.7 variant of that Jeep, which is normal, right? Like a normal version of that Jeep. But that's been there before. They had it in 2023. Nothing new. But what is new is the 6.4 version variant of that, bringing back the SRT version of that truck. And there'll be two SRT versions, an inline 6 Hurricane version and a 6.4 Apache version. That's just a base SRT, which I don't think you can even say base SRT, but that brings in SRT on those Jeeps, and they're Jeep Grand Cherokee SRTs, not TrackHawks, because they are going to bring the TrackHawk back with a supercharged variant, a 6.2 variant, and what I'm being told, a direct connection 6.2 variant that is going to be the most powerful TrackHawk ever sold. That's the news. That's the big story. The most powerful TrackHawk ever made from the factory is going to come in model year 2028 for the Jeep Grand Cherokee. And it's going to be, we've already seen this. I think you guys know what's going to come because of the Rumblebee shit, right? You're going to have, the inline 6, the 6.4, which I guess the inline 6 takes over for the 5.7 in that lineup of the Grand Cherokee, but you're going to have SRT inline 6 with the e-boost technology. You're going to have the 6.4 Apache. Now, I don't know if they're going to direct connection the Apache in the Grand Cherokee. I think that's only going to be a TrackHawk edition, but they are going to bring that TrackHawk, and the stock TrackHawk is going to be 777 horsepower, like we've already seen from the TRX and the Rumblebee, right? But to be able to tune that thing up and have a 900 plus horsepower TrackHawk, the most powerful TrackHawk from the factory ever, is big news. And I'm excited for it. I really, look, I appreciate all you guys because look, these guys sitting down and talking with me and showing me stuff and telling me things, showing me photos and stuff on their phones, which they're not sending it to me, but they're letting me see shit I'm not supposed to see, is absolutely huge. And I appreciate them because they put their jobs at risk. It's crazy. But I appreciate it. And I hope that, at least in terms of this video, this gets you guys excited, because I think Jeep, we already know Ram and Jeep are going to be the big proponents of what turns this thing around in terms of sales and numbers and units that get moved, at least until the V8 comes to the Charger, right? Or the SRT version of the Charger comes out with that wang. I know we can have conversations about the birds and the bees. I'll let y'all figure that out. I know y'all know about the Super Bird, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.